God in the middle of the ocean, God in the middle of the sea. By the help of the great Creator, truly been a God to me. Praise God. God don't never change. God always will be God.
Good morning. Today, what do I want to do today? Well, my devotion was about prayer again, so maybe I'll just focus on that. I'll try to get better at prayer. Get better at, for whatever reason, we're called to commune with the Creator of the universe. And I don't always know why, and I certainly feel like a whiny jerk sometimes when all I do is like go, and I need this, and I need this, and I need this. Thank you, click. So I've been trying to winnow that down. And then actually for a long time, out of my like guilt about that, I would really kind of only pray and be thankful and ask for blessings or whatever. Or if somebody else needed something, then I would go ahead and pray for them. But I didn't necessarily ask for what I wanted all that often. Which isn't a terribly bad thing, but there's a lot of stuff in the Bible about asking and ye shall receive and so forth. So I've been trying to incorporate that and not in a whiny, I want this, I want that point, I want a pony way, but just like this is what I'm struggling with, can you help me through this, can you take this away from me, can you help me find my reason here, can you help keep me motivated, blah, 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 blah. And anyways, I was just reading today that like some of how we can shape our sense of prayer is more in a childlike sense. And at one point, there's this Jesus story where he was kicking it. I don't know if he'd just been talking to some folks or if he was just picking some crap out of his sandals. And all the disciples were hanging around. And some kids wanted to come over and hang out with him because they saw this Jesus guy. And he probably had a pretty cool temperament. And he was all semi-famous in the neighborhood as probably either a holy, rabbi or as a crazy man. And so they were like, ooh, hey. And they like ran over to go like talk to him and who knows, maybe ask him for candy. I don't know what kids back then did. And the disciples were all like, hey, back it up. He's an important guy. He does not have time to fiddle-doodle with children. And Jesus rebuked them. It's like, what are you doing? Hey, doofuses, let them through. I tell you this, if you do not accept the kingdom of God like a child, you will not get in. I'm paraphrasing heavily, kind of like the Message Bible. And, that was Artie in the background, gasping. She likes the Message Bible. I think it's funny. And maybe fine, like, next to something else, I suppose, but I don't know, something about it that just lacks any sort of glory and art. She's getting madder and madder. Now she's going to start running water right in the middle of my shit. So these children are all gathered around Jesus and hanging out. And that sort of thing is just like in the way that I think I've sort of already been talking about, but what I struggle with in that way where we're like, oh yes, well I can handle this. Well, if I do this, this, and this, then I'll be cool. Or, hey, if I can make this happen, make this happen, make this happen, God's sure going to be pleased. When really, it seems, and prayer is part of this, that God just wants to have an intimate, personal relationship with you. So much so that he sent his son to die. He sacrificed something he loved in order that you might be able to enter into that and remain in that. Because we can't really do it on our own strength. But the more childlike we are, the more we are ready to like be lifted up in his arms. And know that we're not in control and be joyful in the fact that we're not in control and we're totally insufficient, but we're having fun. Let's have fun. And so I'm going to try to have fun and just go to God with everything until he tells me to stop, and then it's getting annoying. I'll just tell him about the good stuff, and I'll tell him you know how kids, like, they'll sit you down because their parents are a little sick of them or whatever, and then they'll just start to narrate their entire day. Why not do that? You know what? Sometimes parents get sick of that, but sometimes it's a total delight, and you can just see the grin on their faces when they're like, how did I make this insane, wonderful creature? So today I'm going to just focus on being an insane, wonderful creature and just trying to deepen my relationship as a son, as a child of God, and just go and yak to him about whatever and not be ashamed to ask, and still just try to live in where he tells me to, still be obedient like a good child. But yeah, just go kid it up. So yeah, throughout the day, that's what I'm gonna do. So there.